I'm going to show you everything this student did to get their colitis symptoms under control, where they can go out with their friends, drink alcohol, dance all night, eat whatever they want, and then the next morning wake up and have a perfectly formed stool. This is a student who has been suffering from colitis, with blood, mucus, and pain and diarrhea for the past year or two. But since she's enrolled in my program, she's been in the program probably 2 months, and she's seeing great results. And I want to share with you exactly everything she did to get better. So the first thing that she did was to get rid of her food intolerances. And now what I'm going to tell you is going to sound very different. So I need you guys to just stay. It's only going to take me a few minutes to explain. So stay and listen to this. The first time I heard this, the person who was telling me this, I thought they were crazy and I ran out on them. Stay. Because this works. This is how you get rid of food intolerances, and it literally takes less than a day. So the first thing that you need to do, you have this little imaginary guy on your shoulder telling you, this food's not safe. That food's bad for you. This person said, oh my God, that food's not good. You need to grab that person by their neck, strangle them, throw them in the corner, and then go in the corner and stomp on them. And then you need to put someone else on your shoulder that tells you, this food is safe. This food is nutritious. I can digest this. And also, this is exactly what this student did, guys. So what I have a lot of students do is they actually have a physical piece of paper on them. They'll have a piece of paper on them, and they will write down during a meal. This food is safe. This food is safe. I can digest this. This food is tasty. This food has nutrients. Now, I don't know about you, but my food intolerances did not show up until I started crazy diets. Like I was able to tolerate dairy and gluten just fine until I started the specific carbohydrate diet, and I developed this belief system where I demonized all starches. And then that guy got put on my shoulder that goes, oh, you can't eat this. This isn't on the safe food list. Da, 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 da. So we need to wash ourselves and tell ourselves that these foods are safe. This student that we're referencing, which is called Cindy, she was able to go out and enjoy a burrito has gluten in it, the flour tortilla that's gluten, and then it has beans. Oh my God, legumes and lectins. It has meat and all those corn and all sorts of tasty, delicious things in it that often get marked as bad foods in the digestive health community. Within a week, she was eating those foods. She got rid of. So I'll tell you what her hangups were. So she got rid of her food intolerances really fast, like in under a week. It's very easy to get rid of these food intolerances. All you have to do is convince yourself that these foods are safe. Remember, when you perceive something as indigestible, when you perceive something as hard to digest, your body is going to try to help you digest these hard to digest things by creating extra gut cells. And then when this thing gets through your digestive system or leaves your consciousness, remember, our gut is controlled by the brainstem, the most primitive, oldest part of the brain. It doesn't know the difference between physical food in our life and things in our life. I can't believe this. So if you have, I can't digest this food, it's bad, it's going to boot up that program. And when you get rid of those extra gut cells, that's when you're going to get symptoms. So what started her colitis, and colitis is triggered by an ugly, indigestible, hard to digest thing in her life. And so that thing was, I think it happened like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, she found out that her father was having an affair, with her, not her mom or something, her father was cheating on her mother. And so she found out about this, and she was put in a very difficult situation where, she wanted to tell her mom, but she didn't want to, create all this drama and stuff. So it was what do I do? How I can't believe I'm in this situation. What do I do? I can't believe my father would do something like this. It's this very heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching situation where she experienced it as, I cannot digest this. And then when the situation finally got resolved, when mom and dad worked it out, and this thing was no longer an issue in her life, that is when the body got rid of these extra gut cells she was developing to help her digest this situation. She got rid of these extra gut cells, which resulted in blood, mucus. We're removing physical tissue from the body, so you're going to get blood, mucus, and pain. And then, when you see the toilet filled with blood, you freak out like a normal person, and then you start to blame food. You go, oh, maybe it was this. I ate that. I ate this. I ate that. I ate this. Oh, it must have been this. It must have been that. When in reality, it was you resolving the situation. And so this is where she got hung up on. She became impatient with her healing phase because the healing symptoms, the diarrhea, the blood, and the mucus are always proportional to the length and intensity of the conflict. So, if you're conflict active for like a week or two, expect diarrhea for like a day or two. If you're conflict active for like 6 months, expect diarrhea for, at least a couple of weeks to a month. But what makes this situation get out of hand is when we're in the healing phase, and then we keep blaming foods, which just keeps the program going, and then maybe the program gets booted up again every time you see your parents fight, or every time you have like a dispute with your parents, because you're like reliving. Us humans, we tend to not let things go and relive the past, and then that can keep the program running. So essentially, she had gotten over that situation with her parents. She was not focused on that, but it kind of shifted to, I can't believe I'm in this situation where I got to go to the bathroom 10 times a day. I can't believe my body would do this to me. That was the mentality she was having. And so, this is what Dr. Hammer, the founder of German New Medicine, would tell his patients is, look, the therapy is in the knowledge. When I have ulcerative colitis patients come to me, the first thing I do is I congratulate them, and I say, congratulations, you resolved a huge thing in your life, and you're already in the healing phase. Let's try to figure out what was this big problem that you just recently solved. And so you need to view your diarrhea as a good thing, because most of you will have diarrhea and then you just go, oh my God, I'm never going to get better. Oh my God, there's blood. I am never, ever going to get better. Should I go on this diet? Should I go on that diet? Was it this food? Was it that food? Should I go on this medication? Should I go on that medication? Oh my God. What we need to do instead is go, oh great, diarrhea. Cool. I wonder what indigestible morsel I just resolved. I'm getting rid of extra gut cells. My body is going back to its normal state. This is great. I'm one less diarrhea away from, getting back to my normal life. I know it's not food. Maybe I just resolved something. Did I just get in a fight with somebody and then we kiss and we made up? Oh yeah, I did get in a fight with my sister. And we did patch things up. So maybe that was the indigestible morsel I got rid of. I don't know. Sometimes you don't know. But I know my body's taking care of me, and this will eventually go away if I don't trigger it by experiencing things as indigestible. You'll even see this in a lot of religions, like in Christianity. There's a big theme of not to judge other people, and to judge someone is it's almost like, I can't believe the person is like this. I just can't digest. I just can't stomach that someone would do that. Why would they do that? That sort of, behavior, that sort of thought pattern can easily trigger the indigestible morsel to become the intestines go into overdrive. And then when we come out of overdrive, that's when we get the nasty symptoms. And even in the Bible, they'll say, don't go to sleep on your anger. Anger dissolves your bones and causes all sorts of issues. So, guys, I'm telling you, that's it. I've seen people gain 30 pounds. And I've seen 2 people or 3 people now gain 20 pounds in a month. Granted, they were super underweight, but it is possible. I've seen people, no joke, get rid of all their food intolerances in literally a week. And they just did what I just told you in this video. That's it. I'm not hiding anything from you guys. They did exactly what I just told you. That's there's not much else to say, guys. If you want to join our program, we do live Q&As twice a week, and we have the live Facebook group, and we can kind of help you. I mean, the therapy is in the knowledge. When you really understand what's going on, and you don't freak out, you don't panic, and you know what the correct steps to take. You can correct yourself, and so that's a big value for people if you're interested in that. But if you there's a number that's coming up on the screen right now. You can text that, or down in the description. Text that number, and if you live in the U.S. or Canada, text that number, and you'll get exclusive gut health tips from us, and you can text with us directly for free information. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. Let me hear your stories down below. What was your indigestible morsel? What triggered your ulcerative colitis, your colitis, to become active? Because ulcerative colitis is an ugly indigestible morsel. It's usually a big event. And the last thing I would recommend you guys to do is, what do you get emotional about during the day? Those are your tracks, things that remind you of the conflict. When you get diarrhea, don't blame food, don't get angry. It's just an opportunity to correct our behavior. What did I get emotional about? Does it relate back to the conflict? How can I change my perspective or physically do something? Do I need to talk to this person I was in a fight with and patch things up with them? What do I need to do to resolve this issue for good? And guys, that's how you get rid of ulcerative colitis.